Welcome to 75 Stories, a podcast created to commemorate the 75th anniversary of Normandale Lutheran Church in Edina, Minnesota.
My name is Tina Meckel, and I'm the Executive Director of the National Lutheran Choir. We have recently consolidated all of our operations to the third floor of Normandale Lutheran Church, and we couldn't be more pleased than to be here and have received such a wonderful welcome from the people of Normandale. The National Lutheran Choir was founded in 1986, so that makes this our 40th anniversary season. We were founded by Larry Fleming, who is a prolific composer and choral director, and he wanted to make sure that the music of the church was done at the highest possible level. And he felt that he could gather a group of people and bring them together to perform the music that we love in such a way that it could truly be transcendent and it could truly be a musical and spiritual ministry. We have had 3 artistic directors in our history: Larry Fleming, David Sherwin, and we have recently welcomed Dr. Janaea Robison as our 3rd artistic director. The mission of the National Lutheran Choir is to celebrate, renew, and invigorate sacred choral music. And we've been doing that for 40 years. We currently are a choir of 73 singers who come from all over the Twin Cities area and beyond. They rehearse once a week here at Normandale Lutheran Church. I like to think of them kind of as the all-stars of the Lutheran tradition. We have singers who come from all of our Lutheran colleges. They have a friendly competition to see, who has the most. I think right now Luther College is winning. But we also have people who didn't go to college. We have people who are Lutherans. We have people who are not Lutherans. We are in a place at this point in our history of being very expansive when it comes to our notions of the sacred and of involvement and of the power of this music that we sing together. With the retirement of our 2nd artistic director, David Sherwin, we were looking for a new home. Previously, the National Lutheran Choir had rehearsed at David's Church, which was Mount Olive Lutheran Church at Lake in Chicago in Minneapolis. And Janaea, we knew for the first couple years, would be commuting from Kansas City while she got her youngest child into school and on his way. So she didn't have a church home in the Twin Cities. And we have often performed at Normandale. I joined National Lutheran Choir back in 2008, and I can remember almost every time we've ever performed here, we've had wonderful experiences, both as far as the music, but also the audience who comes. People love to come to Normandale to hear great music. I think they really associate the place with that. And so our relationship with your incredible musical staff over the years made this a very logical choice for us to think about as we were looking for a church home. And Janaea and Greg Peterson had worked together at Luther College, and Greg Peterson has played organ in our annual Christmas festival for many, many years. So there was a natural connection there. I had only come here and seen the sanctuary and sort of the public spaces, so I was just so delighted when I saw how your 3rd floor is set up, the rehearsal space that you have, the additional space you have for offices. It is a wonderful match for what our needs are musically. And the fact that we can have our music library, our administrative offices, and our rehearsal all within, 10 feet of each other, that's the first time in almost 20 years we've had that. And that is, really helping our operations. The other thing I want to say about that is that it's been very important to the identity of the National Lutheran Choir to have a church family. Mount Olive Lutheran Church provided that when David was our artistic director and their cantor. And we weren't just shopping for a place to find an office and a music library. We were shopping for a home where we felt like there would be people there who would value what we do, who would welcome us, who we could welcome into our family, that we would know each other's names, that we would create and enhance each other's communities. And that is really what we have found at Normandale Lutheran Church. I think making Normandale Lutheran Church our new home has a lot to do with the people who've been associated with this church in the past and also associated with our organization. I mentioned Gregory Peterson, but David Clark was a great friend of National Lutheran Choir. Karen Humphrey was on our board of directors for many years and always someone who was encouraging connections between our organizations. And boy, was she right.
We are so glad you joined us today here at 75 Stories. If you'd like to share your own story, please contact Christy Shepard at kshepard@normluth.org. Join us next week for another story, and share this podcast with your friends and family. We are all part of the Normandale community.